Yes, at 4.3 million barrels of oil per day, Chinese production seems to be reaching a peak. And that's in part related to natural decline in productions at Daqing and Shangli. Chinese companies were successful in arresting decline throughout the last decade through a range of improved oil recovery techniques. But production costs have increased significantly. Shangli and Daqing produce at very high water cuts, and they're marginal economic at best. Daqing, for example, produces 20% of total Chinese output. Until 2020 is forecasted to reduce production 20%. It'll be very challenging to meet Chinese growing oil demand. The supply gap has already pushed national oil companies to look overseas and secure resources. To put into perspective, a 4% decline in oil production in China means 150,000 barrels of oil needs to come online every year just to maintain production flat. Domestically, we see production centers moving away from traditional hubs in the northeast towards onshore basins in the west and offshore prospects. Chinese unconventional hydrocarbon potential is big. As much as 30 billion barrels of oil is thought to be technically recoverable. However, deeper shales, hydrology, topology, and the lack of existing infrastructure make them harder to work with than North American ones. Chinese companies are well positioned to fill in the gaps in infrastructure. However, the corporate ecosystem and regulation that has driven US unconventional production is much harder to replicate.